Good evening, all of you. In the last session, we discussed about Linux file system hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy. So in the Linux operating system, everything will be treated as a file only. Some files are called as directory files. Some files are called as normal files. Some files are called as link files. So everything in the Linux operating system will be represented as file only. In Linux OS, files are divided into three types, or we can categorize the files into three types. One is directory files. Directory nothing but a folder in the Windows. And second one is normal file. We can also call it as ordinary file. Ordinary file nothing but a file which contains the data. And third one is link file. Now, in order to check the type of the file, we can go for ls-l command, which will display the file with the type. Now, so currently see here, pwd, that means present working directory. Currently, I'm inside home directory, inside Ubuntu directory. Inside the home, we are in the Ubuntu directory. Now, how can we go back one step? Cd space double dot, cd space double dot. Now see, present working directory. It is representing as a slash. Slash represents root directory. This is the entry point for Linux operating system or Linux file hierarchy, file system. Root directory is the entry point for the Linux file system. Now here I want to see what are the files available. Now I'm using a command ls-l command. I'm using a command ls-l command, which is used to display the files. Yesterday we discussed about what is the purpose of all these files. Yesterday we discussed about the purpose of all these files. Good. Now today's session we are going to talk about Linux commands. Guys, understand carefully. Working with Linux means working with Linux commands. So we need to understand the Linux commands very carefully. Now, working with Linux commands. Our today's session is all about working with Linux commands. Now, we have already discussed about some commands like pwd to print present working directory. What is the purpose of pwd command? To print present working directory. That means currently we are pointing to which directory that will be printed. pwd, which is used to print present working directory. And we are using one more command called who am I to print current account username. That means which account we are using to print the username of our account, to print our account username, we are using a command called who am I command. Okay, next one, we are using one command called clear command to clear data from the terminal. To clear the data from the terminal, we are going to use one command called clear command. Okay, now you see there is so much data displaying on my terminal. Now I want to clear that. Now enter clear. Now the data got erased from the terminal. Okay, next one, cd command. We have used cd. Cd stands for to change directory. Cd, which is used to change the directory. Cd is used to change the directory. Cd space directory name. Cd space directory name to get into that directory, to get into given directory name. Okay, now we can give cd space double dot to come out from the directory. To come out from the directory, we are going to use this command. Cd space directory name, which is used to get into the directory. Cd space double dot, which is used to come out from the directory. Now see pwd slash, that means root directory, ls-l printing, cd space home, I'm going to home directory, pwd, I'm in the home directory, cd space ubuntu, I'm getting into ubuntu directory, present working directory. Now I am in the Ubuntu. I want to come out from the Ubuntu. CD space double dot. Now I came to home directory. So CD command we are using to change the directory. CD space directory name to get into given directory name. CD space double dot, which is used to come out from the directory. Now next one, we are using one command called ls command to list out files and directories of given directory. To list out, what is the purpose of ls? It is used to list out all files and directories in the given directory. From which directory you want to list out all the files and directories, you can go for ls command. Ls nothing but list out. ls nothing but list out. ls command is used to list out all the files and directories available in the given directory. That means now currently I am in home directory. Now clear this first, execute ls. It is displaying Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a directory which is available inside the home, Now cd space Ubuntu. Now I entered into Ubuntu directory. ls, it is listing all the files and directories of the current directory. What is our present working directory? Ubuntu. Inside the home, Ubuntu is our present working directory. To display all the files and directories of current directory, we are using one command called ls command. Here, guys, if you go to Windows, now you see that in the Windows, I have E drive. Inside the E drive, I have Ashok IT. Inside the Ashok IT, I have some folders and I have some files. Now, can I sort these files? Based on the name? Based on the name, I can sort it. Based on the date, I can sort it. Based on the type, I can sort it. Based on the size, I can sort it. So do you have several options to sort the files? The files are displaying in the alphabetical order. I want to display the files in the reverse of alphabetical order. I want to display the files based on the data modified. Latest modified files should be displayed on the top. Latest modified files should be displayed on the top. Latest modified file should be displayed on the bottom. Like this, I want to perform some sorting on the data. Okay. Now, ls command is going to display all the files and directories in the given directory. We can pass several options to ls command. We can use several options with ls command. What are those options? Now, when we execute just ls, it will display all files and directories. In alphabetical order. ls command. If you use just ls, it will display all the files and directories in the alphabetical order. You see A, B, C, D, E, F, right? A displaying first, D displaying next, F displaying next. So is it following alphabetical order to display all the file names and directory names when you use ls command? Yes. Now I want to display reverse of alphabetical order. Now alphabetical order means what? A, B, C, D, E, F, like this up to Z. It is going to display the file names in the alphabetical order. Now I want to display the directory names and file names in the reverse of alphabetical order. For that, we will use a command called ls-r. It will display all files and directories in reverse of alphabetical order. That means the file name or directory name which is starting with the Z will be displayed first. Okay. Now it will start from Z like this to A. It is going to display like this. Z, Y, X, W up to A, it is going to print like this. Now can we try? LS is there displaying in alphabetical, LS-R. Now you see, can I say that it is a reverse of alphabetical? The directory name which is starting with A coming at the end. Okay. Now when I go for LS, it is displaying AWS, DevOps, F1, F2, F3. When I use LS-R, it is displaying in the reverse order. It is displaying in the reverse order. Now LS pipe more, LS pipe more. Now I want to print everything one in the new line. I want to print everything in the new line. I will go for LS/more, LS/more. That means which is used to print the file names and directory names line by line. LS/more is one option. LS command, for that I am giving more option. It will display file names, files and directory names, files and directories names in line by line. Names in line by line. If you want to print the names line by line, to print the names line by line, you can go for LS/more command. Okay. Now see, LS displaying in the alphabetical order, LS-R displaying in the reverse of alphabetical order, LS/more, which is displaying everything line by line. For that I am using LS/more. Now I can use LS/page, LS/page. That command is not working. Now fine, PG command that is not supporting here. Page command, LS/page. Page is not found. So we have to install that page command, guys. We will see how to install the commands later point of time. Now LS/more command we are using, which is printing the data line by line. Now LS-L, I want to perform long listing. LS-L. I want to print the file names with the complete details. For that I am using LS-L command. LS-L. It will display long listing of files. That means complete information about the file also will be displayed when you go for LS-L. When you go for LS-L, it is going to print the file names like this. LS-L. LS-L command will be displaying the file names like this. This is called long listing of files. It is called as long listing of files. Okay. Now next one, I want to print the files based on modified date and time. I want to display the files based on modified date and time. LS-T. Now LS-T. So what is happening here? Based on the modified date and time, it is printing. Okay. LS-T command. LS-T. It will display files. Based on last modified date and time. Last modified date and time will be based on this last modified date and time. It will display the files. Most recent files will be displayed on top, and old files will be displayed at bottom. Okay. So when you want to display the file names with the latest modified data, then you can go for LS-T command. You see in the Windows, date modified. Now can you see what is the file which is recently modified credentials? 21/02/2022. That is the recent modified file in this. Now if you see here 01 Angular, it is modified in 2021 like this, date modified. So you can sort the files based on the modified date. Okay. So if you use LS-T command, it is displaying the files based on recently modified date and time. Okay. Most recent files will be displayed first, old files will be displayed at the last. Now guys, I want to display long listing, LS-LT. ls-lt. Now, can you see this? Can you see this? Am I using two options at a time? Am I using two options at a time? ls-lt. What is the purpose of -l? -l is used for long listing. What is the purpose of t? To display based on modified date and time. Now I am using ls-lt. That means we can combine multiple options also. We can combine multiple options also. ls-lt, which is displaying long listing files with the most recent updated files at the top. Okay, ls space -tl, that is also same. So options order is not important. When we are executing a command with multiple options, the order is not important. Okay, now we can execute a command with multiple options also. Note, we can execute command with multiple options also. Multiple options also. What is the example for that? ls-lt. What is the example for that? ls-lt. It will display long listing files with most recent date and time wise, with the most recent files on top based on last modified date and time. It will display files with modified date and time. Recent files will be on the top, old files will be on the bottom. ls-lt. This is one command. Okay. Now, when we are executing ls-lt, the order of the options not important. Okay, so this is the command that we have executed. You see, this file is displayed. This command is displaying this output, ls-tl or ls-lt. It is going to display the files long listing with the latest modified date and time. Feb 22 file first, Feb 21 second, Feb 19 third position. Got my point? When we are executing multiple options, order of the options not important. When we are executing command with multiple options, then order of the options is not important. When we are executing command with multiple options, order of the options are not important. Okay, ls-lt and ls-tl will give same output. Are you guys getting my point? What do you mean by executing a command with multiple options? ls-lt and ls-tl commands will give same output. So order of the options not important when we are executing a command with multiple options. So do you understand? What is the purpose of -l and -t? Do you understand the purpose of -l and -t? Come on. -l is used for long listing. -t to display the files based on last modified date and time. So I want to display the files long listing with the latest modified date and time, ls-tl or ls-lt. Okay. Now I have a different requirement. Here it is displaying long listing files based on recent modified date and time. Now I want to reverse it. What is the meaning of reversing? Old files should be displayed on the top, recent files should be displayed at the bottom. Can you guess the command now? ls-ltr. Now what happened? Now can I give ls-ltr, ls-tlr, ls-tlr, ls-rtl? Anything? Is the order of the options important? Order of the options not important? When we are executing the commands, order of the options not important. Okay. ls-ltr. I'm using a command called ls-ltr. ls-ltr. It will display long listing files based on last modified date and time in reverse. Based on last modified date and time in reverse. That means old files will display at the top and recent files will display at the bottom. ls-lt, the reverse of ls-lt is ls-ltr. The reverse of ls-lt is ls-ltr. ls-ltr. Got my point? Now the output will be like this. When we go from ls-ltr, the output will be like this. You got my point? Clear, guys? Clear? Order is important or order is not important? Order is not important. Okay. Next one. ls-a. Now, what is happening when I go for ls-la? What is happening when I go for ls-la? Along with these five are our files. Now, what about these things? There are some hidden files available. Hidden files, nothing but the files which are starting with the dot. They are called as hidden files. If you want to display hidden files, that means we will hide some files. In our system. Those are called as hidden files. If you want to display hidden files also in the Linux, we have a command called ls-a. Sir, in the Windows, do we have that option? Yes, definitely we will have that option in the Windows also. If you go to any Java project, guys, Java people, if you go to any Java project, we will have Git repository. Let me go to my current project batch folder. That is 19JRTP. Yeah. Let's go to workspace. Yeah, this is my Java application. Guys, in this Java application, can you see some files which are starting with the .git, .settings, .class path, .gitignore, .project? So do we have the files which are starting with the dot in the Windows also? Yes, those files are displaying. How can I hide those files? Hidden files in the Windows. There is an option, folder options. In the Windows, if you go to File Explorer options, view, don't show hidden files. Click on OK. Now, are the files .git file is displaying here? .git file is not displaying because which is a hidden file. Now I want to display that also. Go to File Explorer, View, Show Hidden Files. When I select to Show Hidden Files and click on Apply, click on OK. Now can you see .git folder is coming? So here, can we manage hidden files in the Windows also? Yes. Similarly, in the Linux also, some hidden files will be available. Now, check it. Currently, we are in which directory? Ubuntu directory. ls command displaying the files in alphabetical order. Let's list the files, long listing, ls-l files are displaying. How many files are there now? How many files are there in the Ubuntu directory? There are 5 files are available. So, do we have only 5 files? We have some hidden files also. How can we see the hidden files? ls-a, which is displaying all the files, including hidden files also. Right. To see that clearly, ls-la. It is displaying all the files. Including hidden files also. displaying all the files, including hidden files also. Are you guys getting my point? .ssh, .profile, .cache, .bash rc, .bash logout, .bash history, double dot and double dot. Now let me go for ls-l capital A. Now here I am using ls-l small a, which is displaying all the files along with the hidden files. It is displaying dot and double dot also. Instead of a small a, I will go for a capital A. Now what is happening? When I go for capital A, what is the difference? Capital A option also will display everything, including hidden files, except this dot and double dot. This dot is also one file. Double dot is also one file. Small a will display all the files, including hidden files, along with the dot file and a double dot. But when you go for ls-l capital A, all the files displaying, hidden files also displaying, but not a dot file and a double dot file. Got my point? Now ls-a to display hidden files, to display all files along with hidden files, to display all files along with hidden files, including dot and double dot files also. To display all files along with hidden files, including dot and double dot files also. Are you guys comfortable with this? Are you guys comfortable with this? What I'm trying to say about ls command? Okay, fine. Now next one, I want to go for ls-capital A, ls-capital A to display all files along with hidden files, except dot and double dot files. That's it. What is the dot and double dot? We'll see that later point of time. Okay, now first we are understanding ls command. Fine. Next one, I want to execute one command with a name called ls-f command. Oh, now ls-lf, now see what happened here. When I go for ls-f or lf, it is just displaying the files based on type. It is used to display the files based on the type. Directory files will be displayed with the slash. Executable files, if you have any program script file, it will be displayed with the star. These symbols will represent type of the files. ls-f will represent the type of the file. ls-f, it will represent files based on type. If you have directory will be represented by slash. Executable file will be displayed with star. Okay, good. Next one, if you go for ls-l small f, then what is happening? ls-l small f, what is happening? ls-small f to disable the colors. Generally, when I use ls-l, what's happening? Colors are printing, right? AWS DevOps displaying in the blue color. They are nothing but directories. When I use ls-f, it is displaying all the files, including hidden files also without colors. If you want to disable colors, then you can go for ls-f to disable colors in terminal. It is used to disable colors in the terminal. For that, we'll go for ls-small f. And one more important thing, ls-i ls-i. Now it is displaying here ls-li, ls-li. Now can you see what happened when I execute ls-li? It is displaying some number now. It is displaying some number now. When I do ls-l, it is just listing the files. It is just listing the files. When I give ls-li, what happened? What happened, guys? ls-li, what happened? It is displaying some number. That number is called as inode. That is the address of the file. Inode. When we execute ls-i, to display all files including inode number of the file, to display all files along with inode number of the file. Every file will have a inode number of the file. Sir, what is this inode? Inode represents address of the file. ls-i to display all files along with inode number of the file. Inode is the address of the location where the file attributes are stored. Note, what is this inode? Note. Inode number represents address of the file. Inode represents address of the file, and where file attributes are stored. What is the meaning of file attributes? Below are the various file attributes. Attributes nothing but who created that file, when created, what is the name, what are the links, what is the size, who is the owner, that file belongs to which group, when it is created, when it is modified, last accessed time. All these are attributes, right? File attributes. First one is name of the file. Second one, number of links available to the file. The number of links to the file. Linking file links will be available. One file can have a linked file. How many links are available to that file? And size of the file. How much size that file is having. Then the owner of the file, who is the owner of that file, and file group, the group. Multiple files can be categorized to one group. Linux class nodes, all the Linux related class nodes will be available in one group. All the AWS nodes will be available in one group. DevOps nodes will be available in one group. Like that, we can group the files also. This file belongs to which group, and who is the owner of that file? What is the size of the file? How many links are available to that file? What is the name of the file? These are all called as file attributes. Creation time, when that file got created. Modified time, when that file got modified. Last access time, when we accessed this file last time. Last access time. All these are called as file attributes. So where these file attributes will be available? They will be stored into inode. Inode is the address. These all attributes will be available in one location. The location address will be represented by using inode. So like this, we can execute ls-li. It is displaying all the files with inode number. Inode represents address of that file. You got my point? Inode represents address of the file. That inode contains file attributes. What are the attributes? Name of the file, number of links to that file, size of the file, the owner of the file, the group of the file, creation time, modified time, last access time. Very good. Now come to present working directory. Ubuntu is my present working directory, right? Next, ls-l. I'm in the Ubuntu directory. There are some files available. cd space AWS. Now ls-l. Oh, in the AWS also we have some files. cd space cd space DevOps, ls-l in the DevOps, nothing available. Touch d1.txt, d2.txt, d3.txt. I'm creating some files in the DevOps folder, DevOps directory. Now here in the Ubuntu directory, we have F1, F2, F3. In the AWS also we have F1, F2. In the DevOps, we have D1, D2, D3, txt. So here, let me tell you the process. Now, currently we are in the Ubuntu. Currently we are inside Ubuntu /home/Ubuntu. Got it? Inside the Ubuntu, we are having AWS, we are having DevOps, we are having f1.txt, we are having f1.txt, we are having f2.txt, and we are having f3.txt. This is the architecture. Right now, inside the AWS, again we have f1.txt and we have f2.txt. Some files are there. Coming to DevOps, here we have d1.txt and we have d2.txt, we have d3.txt. So this is how our file system is available now. This is how our file system is available now. Am I right? Is this the file system that we have currently? Is this the file system we have currently? We are in the root. We are in the root. Inside the root we have, we are in the root. Inside the root we have home. Inside the home we have Ubuntu. In the Ubuntu we have AWS, DevOps, F1, F2, F3. Inside the AWS, we have f1.txt, f2.txt. Inside the DevOps, we have d1.txt, d2.txt, d3.txt. Right. Now, I will go to Ubuntu folder. I will go to my Ubuntu folder. What is my present working directory? Ubuntu. Clear the console. Good. See the present working directory. I'm in the Ubuntu. Now I will execute ls command. Now I will execute ls command. Now, can you tell me, when I execute ls command, what it will display? Now, when I execute ls command, what it will display? Currently, I am pointing to Ubuntu directory /home/Ubuntu /home/Ubuntu $. Now I will execute ls. What this command will do now? What files it is going to print? What files it is going to print? Is it going to print all the directories and subdirectory content also? Is it going to print all the content of the Ubuntu directory and subcontent of that also? No. When we execute ls, it will print only main files, not the sub files. When we execute ls here, it will print only files and directories available inside Ubuntu directory. Inside Ubuntu directory. It will not print subdirectory content. It will not print subdirectory content. Are you getting my point? What this ls is doing now? It will not print subdirectory content. Samjha? Now I want to print main content along with the subdirectory content also. I want everything to be printed. What I need to do? I want to print everything. I want to print the directories and files available in the Ubuntu. I want to print the content available in the AWS directory. I want to print the content available in the DevOps directory also. How can I print all these things? Now, if I do ls-l, is it printing everything? Or it is printing the only content of the Ubuntu directory? It is printing the content of only Ubuntu directory, or it is printing the content of all the main directory and subdirectory also? Come on, guys, please respond. Please respond. It is printing only main directory content. It is printing only main directory content, not the subdirectory content. Not the subdirectory content. Now I will use one option. I will use one option and you check it. What will happen now? ls-r, ls-r, ls-lr. You see what happened now? You see what happened now? Is it printing only main directory content or it is printing subdirectory content also? Yeah, come on. Now you understand the purpose of -r. Now you understand the purpose of -r. -r represents recursive. -r represents recursive. It is going to print main directory content along with subdirectory content also. Now you see the diagram, you will understand. Inside the Ubuntu, we have AWS, we have DevOps, we have F1, F2, F3. F1, F2, F3. Now this is main directory content. It is printed. Now after that, inside the AWS directory, we have F1, F2 that also printed. Inside the DevOps directory, we have D1, D2, D3 that also printed. That means when we use ls, it will print only main directory content, but not the subdirectory content. Now, if I use /home/ubuntu, $, now I will use ls-r. ls-r. -r represents recursive. Note, -r represents recursive. This will print all the content available in main directory and subdirectory also. It will print all the content of main directory and its subdirectories also. It will print all the content of main directory and its subdirectories also. That's the reason when I have executed ls-lr, it is long listing all the files with recursion, with recursive main directory content and the subdirectory content also printing for us. Are you guys clear with this point? Are you guys clear with this point? Come on. Fine. Good. Good. Now clear this. ls-ltr, we have seen long listing with the date and time, and reverse order. Reverse order. Okay, good. So let's quickly see this. What are the commands we executed? Working with Linux commands. pwd to print present working directory. Currently, our terminal is pointing to which directory? pwd. Got it. To print present working directory. Who am I? To print our account username. Who am I? With which account I logged in? Ubuntu is my account name. Got it. Next one, cd. cd is used to change the directory. Currently, I'm in the home directory. cd space Ubuntu. Now I'm in the Ubuntu directory. pwd, who am I? Clear, to clear the terminal. Then we used ls command. ls command will list all the files in the alphabetical order. I want long listing. ls-l, it is long listing the files in the alphabetical order. ls-lr, I want to print the files in the reverse of alphabetical order. Okay. ls-lt, I want to print all the files with the recent files on the top based on the last modified date. ls-ltr, okay, old files will be displayed on the top, reverse of the latest modified date and time. Like this we can do that. Now ls-a, which is going to print all the files, including hidden files, ls-la. Okay, all the files, including hidden files, ls-a, la, all the files, including hidden, except dot and double dot, ls-i, printing the files with inode, ls-li, printing the files with inode. Inode represents address of the file attributes. What are the several attributes available for the file? For the file, we can see name of the file, the number of links to the file, size of the file, the owner of the file, the group of the file, creation time, modify time, last access time. Those things will be represented by file attributes. Now, if you want to print only main directory content, you can go for ls command. If you want to print main directory along with the subdirectory content, then you need to go for ls-r command. ls-r command, which is going to print main directory content along with the subdirectory content also. Perfect, guys. Now, next one is date command. ls command is completed. Next one is date command. What is the purpose of date command? You see here, date command, which is going to print current data, right? Now, I want to print data plus percentile of capital D. It is printing the data in dd/mm/dd/yy. Okay, now date command. Date is used to print current data. Date command. What is the purpose of date command? It is used to print current data. Now, I will go for date plus percentile D. It is used to print data in the form of mm/dd/yy. In the form of date dd mmddyy. Like this, there are several options we can give for the data. Percentile of time. It is printing only the time. Date plus D. If you give date plus D, it will print only date in mmddyy format. Date plus T, it will print current time. Okay. Date plus percentile of T, it is used to print current time. Now, I want to print current day. I want to print only current day. Date plus percentile of small d will print the current day. Date plus percentile of m, current month. Date plus percentile of y. Date plus percentile of y will print current year. I want to print a complete year. Date plus percentile of capital Y, it will print a complete year. DMY. Are you getting my point? Small d represents day. Today is 23. Small m represents current month, February 02. Small y represents last 2 digits of the current year. Capital Y represents full year. Similarly, you can go for date plus percentile H, current hour. Date plus percentile of capital M, current minute. Date plus percentile of S, current second. H represents hour, M represents minute, small m represents month, capital M represents minute, S represents second. Are you guys getting my point? Now, I can execute like this also. Date plus percentile D, date plus percentile of D, hyphen, percentile of M, hyphen, percentile of Y. Now, what will happen? Date is printing DD hyphen MM hyphen YY. But what is the default format? MM hyphen DD hyphen YY. I want to print the date according to my requirement. Then I'm doing date plus date day hyphen month year. In the my required format, I can print the date by using date command. Okay, these all are the commands which are related to date, guys. These all are the commands which are related to date. Are you guys able to understand the purpose of date commands? The purpose of date commands, are you able to understand? It is used to print date, okay, to print current date. Now here I'm going for a T to print current time, which is used to print current time, to print current day, to print current day, to print current month, to print current month, to print current year, to print current year last 2 digits, to print current year last 2 digits, capital Y, to print current year full 4 digits. Okay, hour, to represent, to print current hour, capital M, to represent current minute, to print current minute, S, to represent current second, to print current second. Here to print date in dd-mm-yy format. I'm writing that command. So I hope you can understand what is the purpose of these commands. I hope you understand what is the purpose of these commands. You got my point? You got my point. ls command and a date command. ls command and a date command. Similarly, we have one more command called calendar. There is one more command called calendar. What is happening? Is it printing the calendar on the terminal or not? Is it printing calendar on the terminal or not? Yes, calendar is printing on the terminal. Calendar is printing on the terminal. Now, I want to print something like this, cal 05 2020. Now, what is happening? Here, when I execute cal, it is printing current month calendar. Current month calendar. When I execute cal 05 2020, it is printing May 2020 calendar. It is printing May 2020 calendar. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? What calendar is doing here? Perfect. Cal command, calendar command. Calendar command. Cal command is used to print current month calendar. Current month calendar. Cal to print current month calendar. Cal, which is used to print current month calendar. Cal 05 2020 to print May 2020 calendar. 05 2020 it is going to print May 2020 calendar. May 2020 calendar. Like ls command we have seen, date command we have seen, and calendar command also we have seen. Can you guys practice these commands before coming to tomorrow's session? So tomorrow we are going to work with directories, make directory, remove directory, directory, subdirectory, how to create the files, how to copy one file data to another file, how to copy one directory data to another directory. Like this, some operations we are going to do on the files tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to work with directories and files. Tomorrow we are going to work with directories and files. These are very basic commands that we have learned today. Guys, all these commands are clear for you. Are you able to understand the commands which I am executing? Yes, if you can go through this document, you will be able to execute all these commands. You just go through these notes. You just go through these notes. Got it? Fine. Thank you guys. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Please practice before coming to tomorrow's session. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.